Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Brews. On today's show, England win. Boring football from Southgate again. Euro 2024 roundup. We're going to talk about the games. And of course, United have been speaking with Thomas Tuchel behind Ten Hag's back. Stay tuned here. Welcome back to Tottenham on Tour, your world-famous morning news, brews and clues show with myself, the Kauff, and of course, David. Before we get to speak with David and we start the show, we just want to do a bit of housekeeping and just say that Tottenham on Tour does not condone any form of racism in any way, shape or form. Any racism in the chat, in our community, will be immediately dealt with and will be personally addressed by myself, the mod father, and by any of our moderators that are part of the show. And yeah, we're not going to accept it on this channel, any way, shape or form. And we're going to move on from it, but we will definitely put our heads on the line and say we will deal with all racism in our chat. David, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, good morning. Doing all right. It was a good weekend. Father's Day was fantastic. Had a nice chill day watching films and stuff. And yeah, got to end the night watching England play football. Ish. Watch England play ish football.
Let's see who's in the chat this morning to take us through proceedings. We've got John Rasher. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Radiate from the Guardians of the Pombo. We got Andrew Gregory, YouTube member. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. MZ's in the house, the number one Agamar in the world. We've got Mr. Tweak. Thank you for your kind messages over the weekend, fella. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. We got Shem Tangers in the building. Good to see you. YouTube member. Rich Man, good to see you, buddy. YouTube member. Audio Artisan. D&B Forever. Rick. Lee Harvey. YouTube member. We got Darren Johnson, same morning. We got Craig O'Sullivan, YouTube member. Good to see you from the Guardians of the Pombo. YouTube member. Daniela Zitto. Daniela, come va? Buongiorno. We got Andrew Gregory. Good to see it. Is that a Dutch shirt David's wearing? Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's a Nirvana shirt.
Nirvana.
I'm completely multicolored today, by the way. I'm orange, pink, and green with Crocs.
I like it.
I'm vibing today. I'm vibing.
I like it. We got Ryan McFarlane saying, morning, lads. We'll get to your super chat in a minute at Abercrombie, but good to see you, buddy. We'll get to it in a second. What a boring game. We will talk about that in a sec. Shemtans, where I wish I had to apologise for calling him a Welsh wizard. It's totally unacceptable behaviour. No, you can call him a Welsh wizard because he is a Welsh wizard.
I am. I don't understand I don't understand. What's gone wrong? Talk to me, Shem. Talk to me.
I want Liverpool in our first 3 games. I know we have one, but have we signed Amiti Cabinet? No, we haven't. He's a good player, though.
He's fantastic, mate. He's a proper baller. But is he better
than Brian Hill? Oh, let me ask.
Is he better than Brian Hill?
Yes. Yes. We have a super chat to start the show. Thank you so much at Abercrombie. It really means a lot to us. So morning all. You know we're in trouble when we hear the manager's comments and wonder what game he was watching. This is obviously in regards to Gareth Southgate in terms of the second half of that game. Because in the first half, I thought England were brilliant. I thought they were brilliant to watch. I thought Jude Bellingham was different gravy. I thought he was different class. I loved everything about his performance in that first half. Getting about the pitch, meandering around people like they're not there. Like even when he was geeing up the crowd and the first thing he does is he bashes Costage on the chest with a shoulder bar. I love it. Like proper, I am here. This is my game. Deal with it. But It was so boring in the second half, weren't it? It was like we should have killed that game. We should have killed that game in that first half.
Yeah, you should have. And for me, obviously, watching it completely unbiased because I'm not English, I'm Welsh, and Wales are not in it. So I get to watch football with unbiased thoughts on it. The second half was dreadful.
Yeah.
Like, it was so boring. And I think Southgate should have subbed Trent.
Yeah.
Straight away, a second half, they should have subbed him because he just wasn't a midfielder. He really wasn't. That second half, he was just lost at times. Don't get me wrong, he could do nice passes and stuff like that. But being in the position Trent was, where you've got Bellingham and Rice absolutely balling, because even Rice had a fantastic game in that midfield. When you got them two balling in that midfield, Trent was the weak link. But then when I thought he put Gallagher on, albeit Gallagher, you know what I mean, tried to work hard and run around a lot. He was trash, mate. He was bloody rubbish. He lost the ball and he won a couple of fouls. What did he do? Kane was completely anonymous up front.
Yeah.
Completely and utterly anonymous, which obviously you can see Kane normally drops deep.
Yeah.
The system that he had there.
Him there, he couldn't do that.
No, he couldn't do it, and he completely was just out of the game. He was pointless being there, unfortunately, and it was a shame because England just had no desire to get out wide even as much as they needed to.
Well, part of our attacking potency in the first half was Bukayo Saka being able to get down those wings.
Yeah.
And because of Trent not passing the ball out wide in that second half, it was easy for them to mark Saka out of the game in that second half. And in the first half, we were just hitting him and he was having them on toast. It was a brilliant performance from Saka.
It was, yeah.
Of course, when Bowen came on, whipped in a brilliant cross and could have been a goal, but it was an unbelievable save.
Unbelievable.
I love Gareth Bowen as a footballer. I think he's absolutely brilliant.
He needs to be at Tottenham.
Yeah, just that hand.
I'm waiting for something to come over now.
But yeah, we will get on a bit more. We can finish. But firstly, we can. Lee Harvey is saying is member for 5 months. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Saying Bellingham to win player of the tournament, possibly.
Yeah, it's a good shout. But the thing is, for me, yes, Bellingham was unbelievable that first half. Second half, when everyone dropped, he dropped as well. And he just became slightly just a runner, basically. In that second half, he became more of a runner, just chasing balls and stuff like that. Yeah. I think...
he did a lot of good work. He did a lot of dirty work.
A lot of dirty work, yeah, which he kind of had like an all-round game. He was an attacking midfielder, he was box-to-box, and he was defensive. I just think if Southgate made a sub in that midfield, even if it was Mainu, if it was Gallagher, anyone earlier...
He should have brought... when the Foden started to drop, he should have brought on Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer.
I don't understand why Foden stayed on for so long, because he was really boring. Throughout the whole game, he struggled. His system did not flatter him whatsoever. And yeah, I just think Southgate did something good to start off with, because England were a super attacking, high energy, dominated that first half. For me, it kind of went backwards to how England used to play in that second half. And he didn't make any subs early. He kind of just like left it for too long.
Yeah.
And England were lucky. England were very lucky.
And we can't... Serbia are a good team. Serbia are a very good side. They've got players like Vlahovic and Mitrovic and Milinkovic, Savic. They've got some top quality players. And they've got some world beating players in that team. And you can't what's it called? Doubt that they're going to turn up in the second half. And we should have made a couple of tweaks here and there, but
yeah,
subs were. I can't say they didn't. Gallagher sucked.
Sorry, he did. He did. Mainu, I think, was completely ineffective.
Mainu was completely and utterly ineffective.
Yeah, and for me, did you see Vlasovic's shot?
Oh,
that little turn, half turn, and bang! Hell of a save by Pickford. Yeah, he's the type of striker Spurs need. The way we play, he's the type of striker we need.
Do England have the same problem with Bellingham and Foden together as they did with Gerrard and Lampard? No. I thought in the first half they were really good together because they were moving in and out of each other's positions. I think it's learning how to do that for the entire game. You go here, I go there. When you go out wide, I'm going to go here. It's all about a learning curve. These boys don't play together all the time. So it's all down to the management in terms of how he's going to tell them where to be for each position. So it's teething problems. It's the first game of a tournament. But we'll see. Do I go to the pub for the Romania? Oh, well. You thought Southgate had learned by now. Croatia, Italy, it's very dangerous to try and hang on to a 1-0 lead. Absolutely. Foden left and Trent in there. Didn't work. He should have changed it earlier. Foden just given the free roll. Yeah, I would agree. But he couldn't have a free roll because he doesn't have that left. He doesn't have that left back going into that left wing position.
He was completely ineffective.
That's the problem with Trippier playing left back because he can't go down that wing and cross the ball in.
Yeah. Trippier, again, that's what I don't get either. You've got a fit left back. I know Luke Shaw hasn't played pretty much all season, but he was kind of fit. And I thought Gay was fantastic, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Gay was unbelievable. I rate him so highly, and he held his own that game. John Stones, again, decent, had a good game.
Yeah.
Walker, as always, fantastic. But I think Trippier, when you put a right-footed player on the left side, they struggle so much.
Yeah, they do.
They struggle so much. When you see certain plays where if it was left-footed, he could play it down the wing. He always had to cut back because he can't use his left foot.
We're going to hold the England talk now because we have actually got a show to do at 12 p.m, which is Anglo Management, which is the international tournament version of Anglo Management. So we will move it on because we are taking all of our content for 12 o'clock. So there with myself and Brian. For free, you're going to see a lot of me today. It's going to be streams after streams. It's really, I've got to actually do some work at some point. But I'm now going to talk about Italy because I love Italy and I loved the way they played in that first half. Second half, very similar to the way England played. They weren't so great in the second half. I think they ran out of a bit of steam. But in that first half, they played some brilliant football. Absolutely brilliant football. They've got some amazing players like Chiesa and Barella. They've got a real class about them, don't they? The way they play football sometimes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and like I said, I like you said the other day when we were talking about dark horses and everything like that. I can see Italy doing really, really well this Euros. Just the way they play, they just have something about them, and they are a joy to watch. Yeah. You know, when you're watching England with all the world class players they have, and it's kind of boring. You're watching Italy, and they're just a joy. Yeah, it's like proper football, you know, and things like that.
Football.
Yeah, classy football, and there's a couple of teams in there that are the same, but I just think Italy have got something about them that I think they're going to surprise a few this year. Yeah. And I can see them going very, very far in this.
The Barella goal, absolutely love that. The quality to receive the ball immediately and just go bang goal. Yeah. I'd love. There's three players I'd love to have Barella. I'd love to have Chiesa. And most important, someone we are linked to, but I don't think we're going to go for. But I'm absolutely desperate for him to play for Tottenham. Is of course Riccardo Calafiori. Yes. He was fantastic. I loved watching him play. He was so classy in the ball, aggressive. Didn't let anything happen with centre forward. And most important, he was a total shithouse. Proper old school. Touch me, I'm falling to the ground. Like proper Italian centre half. I loved his performance. Absolutely brilliant. I'd want him at Tottenham. I'm convinced now. I already liked him, but I want him even more now after watching that game. He was brilliant.
Yeah, he was fantastic. And like you said, there has been links, you know, towards him. You know, I mean, kind of weak links, but there's been links. For me, though, is he here to play second fiddle to
Mickey Van de Ven, yeah.
Van de Ven. That's the problem. And are we going to see Ange kind of switch up the defence a lot? Is he going to play the same one? Because if we're going to get another defender in, we want someone world class, right? Calafiori's what? 22, I think he is.
Yeah, he's young.
So he's still young. And these type of players, when they're on the up like that, they don't want to be then going on the up with the name everyone's talking about him to be then sat on a bench.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why we hear the reports about Dragusin wanting to leave. That is, his agent is basically trying to say to the club, look, you bought him, you fought for him, and then basically you did what Bayern were going to do, is bang him on the bench.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you know, we've got to offer these type of players actual game time. And I would love Calafiori in Spurs 100%. Him and Dragusin with Van de Ven and Romero. Oh, yeah. It's just wonderful.
So class. Him and Dragusin would be a brilliant watch as a centre back duo. Tall, aggressive. I'd love to watch that. Yeah,
we might not actually concede 60 odd goals then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And imagine that, switching it from having to have Emerson.
That is possible. Calafiori could go with Thiago Motta to Juventus, but that means I win because I'm supporting Juventus next year.
But the reports are suggesting that he wants to go to Juventus. This is the report I read.
Yeah,
that he does want to go to Juventus, but if he doesn't, Tottenham are there ready, basically, to see if they'll make a deal with him if he can't go to Juventus. I can't see not. If the manager wants him at Juve got to do whatever they can to get him.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Proper, he's an old school Juventus type defender. If they go to I don't know what system he's going to play next year. I don't know if he's going to play 4 at the back or 3 at the back. But if you play 3 at the back, you've got to have Calafiori because he's so classy.
Yeah.
He's so good. But moving on to the Spain game, we're going to talk about a couple of the games because we've only got half an hour. Spain were impressive, weren't they? They were impressive.
Yeah, a lot more impressive than I thought they were going to be. I thought Spain would struggle a little bit, but they were really good. They were fantastic, and that's the thing. There's a lot of strong teams there. That's why it's a big worry for England when you see their performance, and then you go and look at others. Some teams out there really performed, really performed.
Professional.
Did the job. Came in, showed the world, showed the other teams within the Euros, this is what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Same as the Netherlands, you know what I mean? I mean, they had a really good game, I think, as well.
I thought the Netherlands were poor, though, David, to be fair. That second half, they were boring.
Yeah, man, I suppose so. Yeah.
They lacked an end product until they brought on Weghorst, who was a brilliant goal from Weghorst.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I thought they were a bit boring, and that's what one of the things that Danny Kiriaka has said. Without Frankie and Dion and Koopminers, they look a bit creatively inept. But they got through the game. I think Weghorst is a player they should be playing anyway because he adds that little spark, that little bit of force into that team because of his height and his strength. Yeah, it wasn't. But Poland were resolute. They were a very resolute team. We'll have to see against another opposition. But Poland were very resolute.
Yeah. What do you think of Denmark?
They were boring. They were boring as hell.
They
really
were,
boring. Really bad team to watch.
Yeah, it was like watching a full England second half.
Yeah,
it was just
the entire game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A full England second half, like 90 minutes is just. Oh yeah, it was.
That
boring.
was.
I thought
really
Ericsson was good though.
That was really.
I thought Ericsson was good.
Yeah.
You know, he had a good game.
Even at his age, he still performs. Any game you want to highlight, David, throughout the tournament that you really enjoyed?
Not really. I think we spoke about them all. To be fair, there's not really.
We could have spoken about Spain a bit more because it's so many. Spain were excellent. Spain were excellent in that game, but it's along Croatia. They were poor.
Yeah.
They were poor, Croatia. With a team of that much quality, it looks like they're now on that way down, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's strange when you've just got the likes of Gvardiol, who's just come off winning the Prem. You got Modric coming off winning
Champions League, yeah.
Champions League. And yet they just again, another team that you just look at and think, you could be so much better.
Yeah.
And yet you can see now the trajectory they'll go on for the rest of the tournament. Because if you can't start strong, at least like show really strength, then the rest of your tournament's just going to be a struggle after that, I think. I really do.
I don't know if Craig is saying many good pints. I can't remember. But good stuff. Morata at 12 million euro got Levy written all over it. Sheep. Yeah, it does. It does. It worries me. Poland are a good side. Netherlands at 21 shots. Poland were very resolute. They were very resolute. Yeah. I didn't enjoy watching the Netherlands play. But on the final bit of news, Manchester United have been speaking with Mr. Tuchel behind Ten Hag's back and have decided recently to give Ten Hag another contract. What's up with this news, David? Were they really interested in bringing Tuchel in?
Apparently so, yeah. From the report I read, which was put out by Fabrizio Romano, I think it was.
Yeah.
Apparently United were talking, had actual direct contacts with Tuchel.
Yeah.
They had a big conversation with him. And they actually were going to bring him to the club. And then for some reason, they kind of switched up. And then now Ten Hag's saying, yeah, they already had the best manager in me. So that's why they decided with him. It was a bit of, I think, via Ten Hag's point of view, it's a bit of a silly comment to make, saying that they had the best manager. They just clearly, obviously, wanted to go a certain direction. I think it's right for United to give Ten Hag another chance.
Yeah,
I think the only reason it's changed is because he won the trophy. Yeah. If he didn't win, they wouldn't have the best manager, would they? He'd be gone out the door.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like one of them. It's if he doesn't perform up till January, he'll be gone.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get United playing.
This is his last chance to build a team that looks like it compete for the entire season rather than just in the cups.
Yeah.
Because they've got the platform. They've got the cup form, absolutely. But they need to start putting those performances in the Premier League. Because Manchester United are a club that's going to need to be in the Champions League at some point. They are one of the biggest clubs in the world, probably the second biggest club in the world overall.
Yeah, totally agree. And I just think as well, when I'm reading reports of the type of deals United are trying to do, Radcliffe is so levy. If these reports are true, he is so levy. Going after players with release clauses and like offering them nowhere near the amount they deserve. Braithwaite, the report came out that apparently United, and this was from Fabrizio Romano, I think it was.
Yeah.
United offered 35 million for Braithwaite. Like what? Do you think the name of United's going to get you a player cheaper? It ain't going to work like that. Do you know what I mean? And, Everton apparently turned around and were like, no, we want like 70, 80 million for him. And it's like you can see they're trying to lowball teams. There was another one. Some guy had a 50 million release clause and they would offer him 37 million. It's like, it's just showing, United is just showing everyone, we've got no money. We can't spend.
Because they've got to spend all their money on their stadium now. Because they've got a leaky roof.
They got a Titanic, mate. That's sinking. Yeah. You know what I mean? You'll have the fans in scuba gear next season.
Yeah.
It's crazy, mate. I just think United needs to sort themselves out a lot. And with Ten Hag coming out with these type of comments, saying, they've got the best manager now and all that type of thing, it just shows what type of... I get why he's saying it. He's trying to say it for the fans. In other words, say, look, be confident in me. The club are confident in me. You know what I mean? I'm the best manager we could have possibly got and everything. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ten Hag, you won a trophy, but you're not the best manager available right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not. But United, as I said to my brother, United should stick with him.
Yeah.
He won them the trophy. You give him a chance where he doesn't have mass injuries throughout the season. He doesn't have the issues that they had. But they're still going to have issues. They've still got the Greenwood saga to deal with and get rid of him.
Yeah.
They've still got Sancho, who apparently, I can't remember what club who've offered.
Borussia Dortmund.
No, it weren't Dortmund. I think it was like a Juve or some like Italian team.
Yeah.
Who've actually started to look at Sancho. And then you've got the likes of Martial and stuff like that.
Well, Martial's off as a free agent, so Martial's
gone. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah. But yeah, they've still got a lot of players they've got to get rid of, and I just don't think United have got the money to do what they actually really need to this season, so I don't think there's going to be a massive switch within them.
Yeah. I mean, they've got a lot of things to do. They've already knocked down they've completely and utterly knocked down their training ground. It's gone.
Oh, have they?
They've knocked down their training ground. And they're going to fully rebuild their training ground and make a brilliant training ground, because that's the reason they're getting injuries. Their training ground's crap and it's old. Their facilities are old. It's like they've got to rebuild everything. So the money that they would be spending on players is going towards the training ground, and they've actually got an excuse for this season. They've got to rebuild the infrastructure of that club before they do absolutely anything, and that's what they're doing now. And you might see a new look United team of building up youth players, because they've got some brilliant youth players in that setup. But this is what they're going to have to do, and they are, Tom. They're similar to us now. This is the way football's going to go now. This is the way football's going to go because of PSR and FFP. But they've needed to do this for a long time. They've got a hard-nosed businessman in charge of the club who is a brand operator. I mean, he's made Ineos into one of the biggest brands on the planet, and he's got some brilliant assets in business. But this is the way it's going to happen. This is the way it's going to happen. He's dealing with the Greenwood saga. That's a massive saga they have to deal with. I don't know what they're going to do with that. He'd probably just go back to Getafe.
I mean, they've slowly dwindled United, like Tom said there, like we did pretty much after our Poch thing. We kind of just dropped. We went through loads of managers. Everything just went wrong behind the scenes. But United have had this since Fergie. Ever since Fergie left, it's been a gradual decline. And over the past couple of seasons, it's gone like this, and now it's got bang. Yeah. And Radcliffe has a lot of work to do. The Glaziers allowed that club to just become rotted. Just come rotted. And it's going to take a fair few seasons for United fans to see the type of team they're hoping for.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with you, Craig. I agree with you.
Yeah.
On the final note, what games are you most excited for today? France are playing today, obviously, at 8 o'clock, just before we do evening brews. So you can watch a bit of that before we do something. I don't know, but there are some good games on. Let's have a look at the games. I just looked at them and I completely and utterly forgot immediately. Romania versus the Ukraine, Belgium versus Slovakia, and Austria versus France. Austria-France is going to be a tasty game, I think.
Yeah, Austria-France. And that, I think Belgium would be a good game as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously Slovakia beat us, Wales knocked us out. I want to watch Belgium absolutely hammer him.
Yeah, damn right. Damn right. Up the Welsh. Belgium, they're going to batter Slovakia and then get a dragon out. They're just going to get a dragon out.
Yeah. I want to see Vertonghen run around with a Welsh flag like, yay!
To go full dragon. I want to see it.
That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah, but I mean, the France game's going to be an interesting one, especially with the comments from Mbappe, weren't it, talking about political things and all that and stuff. Like, that'll be an interesting game. And yeah, really, I think that's it, innit? Just the France game, and for me, the Belgian game. I think that'd just be because France are obviously being hyped up to go far in this competition.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they'll actually play and see if they are going to go that route, go that trajectory through the competition that everyone's saying that they should do. For me, Belgium, no one's spoken about. And Belgium are a decent team, but they usually always struggle near the latter stages. They're okay through these parts.
Yeah.
But when you start getting to the knockout.
Belgium usually because of the golden generation, and then they fall short. But I think they don't have that pressure on them this tournament. And I think that could actually suit them. That could really suit them.
No, I totally agree on that one. Like England, I think another issue with England is with the English fans and the media around England and everything, they get way overhyped.
Yeah.
England get way overhyped. Yes, you've got some of the best talent in the world. But that doesn't mean anything. You could put every best player in history into one team and they can go lose against the Stevenage.
Yeah.
Because it's the manager that puts the team out and the system and the formations and the training, everything like that. So, yeah. We'll have to see. I'm looking forward to the competition, but so far it hasn't lived up to previous, World Cups, Euros, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
There's
it hasn't
a
really lived
buzz
up.
load in the Qatar World Cup, though. There's such a buzz with the fans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. More buzz. I just think the games in themselves, it's more tactical now. Like you look at it, I'm not going to go any games. Say you look at certain games where it becomes so tactical, it kind of gets boring to watch.
Chess match.
Because each team is matching each other. So they'll do that, they're doing that. And you're just sitting there thinking, can someone just give up and just go for it?
Yeah.
Get some goals, you know what I mean? And just have fun. And yeah, it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely. On that note, it is time to end the show. We will be back in literally 2.5 hours with Anglo Management, with myself and Brian doing the show today. We're going to be talking about the England game fully, just like we talk about Ange and Ange Management. So join us there. And David is online on Evening Brews at 9 p.m. So there's a lot of Tottenham on Tour content today because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. We will be back here together on Morning Brews tomorrow for the fixtures announcement. I think the fixtures come out at literally 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes, we could literally just do the show on that. 9 o'clock, we come live and we'll talk about who we got to start with, who we're looking forward to, everything like. But yeah, we'll do predictions and everything as well. Before we look at it, we'll
Tottenham
do predictions.
Winning the league. Said no ever. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, if you smell the cough is brewing. Thank you all so much for watching. Ciao for now.